It's a new year, a new season, and we are underway.
Really dominating fashion here today is going to win.
2, 3, and 4 for the final time.
Win number 1 on the season, only just barely.
He is going to win here at the Nazareth Speedway.
Wins the Emerson Electric 100K.
Gonna be Igor Barretto's gonna eke it out.
Cup Series champion is Shane Lake in the number 15.
Welcome to the NOFSRL.
6 races remain here in the Season 3 of the Cabela's Cup Series. We arrive here to the Michigan International Speedway in Brooklyn, Michigan for 50 laps around this 2-mile track with 18-degree bank turns. In this, the Motor City 500 presented by Quicken Loans. This is going to be a fabulous race here for sure, but it was an absolute mess last year and it shook up the points dramatically. Will that be the same case here, or will we see a cleaner race? I hope for the latter, but we'll just have to see what happens here. Coming into this weekend, it's Trey Smith continuing to lead the point standings. He has 699 points to the championship. He's 36 ahead of Brad Stover, 44 ahead of Darren Arnsdorf, 46 ahead of Sebastian Kugelon, 52 ahead of Sam Odoskin, 88 ahead of Ben Crouch, 91 ahead of Beverly Creed, 101 points ahead of Brad Crawford, 104 points ahead of Nathan Stapleton, and 105 points ahead of Roy Ribbleton. And folks, we are more than ready to get this race going here at Michigan. It's Dale Lightning in the 09 on the pole position there for Thibodeau Motorsports. He is going to start alongside the 38 of Sophia Fragniti. In row number 2, we find the 46 of Keegan Thompson, starting alongside the 84 of Nathan Smith. In row number 3, we find Ethan Lewis in the 51, starting alongside the 19 of Charlie Davenport. In row number 4, we find the 15 of Daisy Johnson, starting alongside the 15 of Jacob Thibodeau. Rounding out the top 10, we find the 09 of Will Parrish coming in 12th in the point standings, seeing if he can turn his season around. He's been on the downturn for the last several races. We'll see if he can get it turned around today, starting on the inside of the 35 of Andrew Miller. The last time we came here to a 2-mile track like this was Auto Club, and it was won by Andrew Williams there in the 27 in the Intuit 400. We have not made another trip to a 2-mile track shaped like that until now. We have 3 trips to a track shaped like this next season as Texas World Speedway is being added back onto the schedule. But that's next season. This is this season. We have had a tremendous points battle go on all season long, and while the points lead is enormous right now, we'll see if it gets shaken up here at Michigan. Pace car comes down onto the pit road. We are more than ready to get this race started here. Dale Lightning bringing us down to the green flag. Folks, it's green flag racing time in the Motor City 500. Let's get the show on the road. Goodness gracious, 4 wide deeper in the field as Dale Lightning leads lap number 1 of the Motor City 500 on the edge of 5 wide, headed off into turn number 1. It is starting off an all-out pack race as it was for the majority of the race last season, and maybe this year with the new car, the new package, we'll see them spread out a little bit. Track conditions also quite different now than they were last season, but now it's Keegan Thompson leading as Dale Lightning now slips to the 3rd position on the outside of the 19 of Charlie Davenport. Sophia Fragniti 4th, Nathan Smith there in the 5th position. Down the front straightaway they come once again, piled in 4 and 5 wide on several points deep in the field here. Joey Hightower on the outside of this mess. Monaco, Parrish, Vargas, and Miles down to the inside of him. As up front, it is still Thompson, but Charlie Davenport trying to chase him down there in the Mopar colors, headed off into turn number 3. Here comes that 19 Dodge to the inside of the 46, and side by side out of turn number 4 they will be. Down the front straightaway, Thompson's going to lead at the line. That's going to bring Dale Lightning back in the 09 as well there in the Starcom Fiber colors. Davenport down to the inside of Thompson, and he's going to do well to take that position away from the 46, at least for the moment. We'll see if Thompson can fight back on the inside, possibly. Everyone's staying very clean right now, spreading out, as I honestly hoped they would. The pack, especially towards the front, breaking up. Still a mess throughout the rest of the field. But now Davenport still trying to stretch ahead of the 46, not quite able to do it as they come to the line. All the help of the outside. Dale Lightning, Fragniti, and Nathan Smith up there with Thompson. Davenport by himself down low. Now Thompson's going to slip out of the lead. Davenport will clear 3 wide as Dale Lightning's going to split the middle. They'll get a 2-for-1 special coming out of turn number 2. Single file all the way back to the 8th position now. Or 7th position. Let's make it 6th as Miller slides up on Monaco and Hightower. There'll be 3 wide there for the 7th position. Monaco's going to stretch ahead of that. Vargas going to get in the middle between Miller and Hightower now. It's Davenport pulling away here early on. The highest Ford on track, Sophia Fragniti in the 38. Detroit, Michigan is the home of Ford Motor Company. And Brooklyn only about an hour away. Ford would love to go to victory lane here on their home racetrack. Fragniti flying the banner high for them, but it's a Dodge, Ford, Chevy right now here at Michigan as Keegan Thompson splits the middle there between Dale Lightning and Nathan Smith. On the outside, headed down the front straightaway and into turn 1, that 46 remaining in the 2nd position. Looking very strong here early on at Michigan. Throughout the rest of the field, 3 wide, and the point leader is right on the outside of that. Trey Smith in the 77 on the outside of his teammate Trey Wright. That's all the way back in the, let's see on the board here, 24th position for Trey Smith right now. Doing well to move his way up through the field since the start of this, but stuck on the outside. We'll see how well that works out for him. Sebastian Kukulon's ahead of him on track. Arnsdorf is behind him. Stover is on track right now in the 41st position, so that could be good for Trey Smith. That could also be good for Kukulon and Osgin to work their ways back up in the point standings. Osgin currently on track right now in the 36th position, so it wouldn't help Osgin out very much, but Kukulon's up in 19th, so we know it would help him. As up front, they start to accordion together once again. Coming down the front straightaway onto lap number 9 we go. Davenport, Fragniti, Thompson, Monaco, Nathan Smith, and then Dale Lightning, Ben Gorch, Andrew Miller, Ethan Lewis, and Joey Hightower. That's the top 10. Now as Christian Vargas splits the middle between the 51 and 8. And up ahead, potentially for the race lead, Keegan Thompson down low. Fragniti and Monaco looking to get ahead of him as he's going to take another dive into turn number 3. Fragniti's going to cut him off on the inside. Davenport working that higher line and doing well to hold on to the race lead right now here in the Motor City 500. On to lap number 10 we go. 41 laps remain in this. We've been caution-free so far, but it has been one heck of a race that's going on here. Beverly Creed on the inside there. 7th place. Whoa, trouble there for Vargas. On the top side, he's slow. And that was a really close call there, but looks like mostly everyone is going to be able to get by him. Owen Miles does not. He's going to hold up cars, but I don't know if... Oh, he gets into the wall. And, he's going to try to get down the pit road now. He's going to want to be careful here. Almost turns the 25 of miles around, and he'll get to the inside. Oh, that was very, very anxious stuff there indeed. The gap to 11th to 12th, almost a second now as a result of that. What in the world happened to Vargas? that led him to be that slow in the middle of the field. Looks like he may have blown a tire. But certainly that has spread everybody out even further. Now the top 10 all single file right now, except Miller looking to the inside of Monaco. It is still Charlie Davenport leading the way here at the Michigan International Speedway in the Motor City 500, but it won't be for long. Here comes Keegan Thompson down low in the 46. They're going to be side by side out of the turn, as maybe another one slow deeper in the field. Rebleton slid up to the outside in the 81. He'll gather it back up and join the rest of the field there on the top side. Thompson trying to work the low line on Davenport. He's going to do so. He'll put that 46 back up front here at Michigan. Ben Grorich joining the party there in the Disney Plus number 78 Chevrolet. And he'll go way down to the inside of Keegan Thompson. He's looking for the race lead right away. He's looking for the whole enchilada on the inside. Davenport looking to split them right up the middle. 3 wide for the race lead, headed down the back straightaway. What a move by the driver in the 19. He's looking to get a 2-for-1 special as Grorich slips back. Thompson on the high side, and yes, he is going to get ahead of the 46. What a move. But everybody's starting to accordion together once again. The top 10 all in this bunch here. Smith has fallen back to the 10th position there. Nathan Smith, that is. Meanwhile, points leader Trey Smith there is now caught up to Sebastian Kukulon on track. Kukulon, 4th place pointsman coming in, 46 points back. In desperate need of a rally as, oh man, Reynolds almost gets up into him. Could have turned that 82 around, but they minded their P's and Q's very well right now, and Trey Smith will look to move into, I believe that's going to be the 19th position when they come around this time. But up front, Thompson has caught Davenport once again. Grorich there in 3rd. Miller 4th. And Fragniti in 5th. On to lap number 15 we go. Grorich down to the inside of the 46. Davenport's going to slide way up. And Grorich got down way too low on the track for his own good, and Thompson is going to take the lead back away. Tremendous stuff we've seen so far here at Michigan. They're not as racy as they were last season, and thus we've been caution-free through the first, it'll be 15 laps this time by. We'll have 35 laps to go in the Motor City 500. Saw a caution-free race in the Meyer 300 in the Scots National Series yesterday. Of course, if anything happens late, we got the green-white checkered system in place to guarantee a green flag finish. The field getting down mostly single file now, as tires have worn away. Everyone just trying to make it safely to pit cycles here. See, now they're fanning out. 3 wide as Hightower goes to the inside of Dale Lightning and Sophia Fragniti. That's back there for 6th at the moment. But meanwhile, Thompson pacing the field right now. Davenport's going to move into 2nd on the inside of Grorich, as will Miller, moving into the 3rd position there in car 35. He's flying the banner high for Ford at the moment. So Chevy, Dodge, Ford, Chevy, Dodge, then Chevy, Ford, 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 Chevy. No Toyotas in the top 10 right now. Highest Toyota on track is in 12th. That is Beverly Creed in the 32. On to lap 18 we go here at Michigan. Some good water. Anyway, Davenport slipping up on the top side. Here comes Grorich down to the inside with Eric Monaco in the 55. Andrew Miller right there behind him, capping off the top 5 for the time being. But the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place drivers are all on top of each other. You hardly slip a piece of paper between them. Thompson's going to slide up on the outside. Could that bring Davenport and Grorich back in it? Yes, it does look like it. That could allow Davenport to get to the inside in the 19. He's making the move already, coming down the front straightaway. Headed off into turn number 1. Here he comes. And he is there on the inside of that Pilot Flying J Chevrolet. And he's going to take the lead away. Grorich will get by the 46 as well. He'll go for the race lead, headed off into turn number 3. And did not make it stick on the inside, so Thompson looks like he'll at least hold on to second place. But Charlie Davenport now leads the way once again here at Michigan, coming around for 31 laps to go, and about 10 laps away from the projected pit cycle. Hightower will get away from the 09 and the 38. Sfragniti in the 38, slow on the inside and up ahead. Thompson right around the 19 for the race lead. How about that for the driver in that 46? Making his team owner Darren Arnsdorf proud. Arnsdorf all the way back in the 28th position. Trey Smith 21st. Sebastian Kukulon is 20th. And Brad Stover, we'll see where that 48 is, 34th. So the ones who are up front in the points taking a back seat here early on in the Motor City 500. While everyone who's low in the points is up front leading the way right now. And it has continued to be a very, very clean race for the most part here at Michigan. But we're coming around for 29 laps to go this time. Caution free so far. Grorich to the inside of Davenport, then Monaco's 4th. A Miller, Lewis, right? No, Hightower, then right, then Lightning, and then Creed. Now a Toyota has cracked the top 10 there in the Barstool colors. And looking to get even more than that, sliding up on the top side, though. Here comes Benny Watson, the 53 on the inside. A 3-time winner this season, as is Sam Odoskin, as is Darian Arnsdorf. But Benny Watson was the first one to get 3 wins on the season, way back at race 13 at Dover. He won Daytona, then he won Martinsville, and then he won Dover. Since then, has not won a race and has slipped back all the way to 12th in points. He's looking for a big points day here coming into the Michigan International Speedway. Meanwhile, Ben Grorich, winless in his Cabela's Cup Series career, looking to the inside of Keegan Thompson, who hasn't won in almost over a year. Thompson's last points-paying win coming at the Orlando International Speedway in the Magic City 500 in season number 2, although he won at New Smyrna and his Daytona Duel to kick off the season. Side by side between the two Chevrolets, it's Grorich ahead at the line, but Thompson still trying to work the top side. Davenport looking to split them again, headed off into turn number 1. Thompson doing well to work the top, and he will, for the moment, stretch back ahead of the 78. But Grorich is not going to give it up very easy down the back straightaway. Here he comes once again. The freight train on the inside lane, propelling Ben Grorich to the lead for the time being, but Thompson still trying to work the top side, and he'll continue to nose ahead of the 78. And he'll have him by a little over half a car length this time by. On to lap 25 we go. Grorich with the nose advantage, headed off into 1, and he is clear for the race lead now. Thompson on the outside for second. Davenport looking to take it away, though, in the Mopar colors, as they're reporting together once again here at the Michigan International Speedway after spreading out mightily all throughout the green flag run until now. They are packing back together as the speeds have greatly reduced due to tire wear and everyone just trying to cruise home to the pit cycle. But these guys and gals in the back are on it, trying to work their way up through the field to gain as many positions as they can before we get to the pit cycle. And Trey Wright started way deep in the field. Where did he come from? He's there on the inside trying to crack the top 10 right now. He was in 9th this last time through. How about the run that he's having? But up ahead, Ben Grorich, then it's Charlie Davenport, Keegan Thompson, and Eric Monaco, Andrew Miller, Stephen Colon, slow on the inside. But we just went past halfway this last time by, so I know we're one lap late on this, but let's go ahead and crank it up here in the Motor City 500. there go the top 4 down onto the pit road. And we'll see if anybody else goes with them. Does not look like it. The rest of the field's going to stay out. And so Stephen Colon will inherit the lead. Trey Wright second. Eric Monaco third. Joey Hightower and Beverly Creed make it Hightower, then Monaco, then Creed, and maybe Stapleton. And how about Trey Wright getting to the inside of Colon as he blew turns 1 and 2. And Trey Wright right to the points, right to the race lead here at Michigan. Right to the race lead. No pun intended. Maybe. But it looks like he's going to lead the next group down onto the pit road. Here comes Hightower around. Will he lead this lap, or will it be Eric Monaco, the 55, at the line? Hightower leads ahead of the 55. Onto lap 30 we go. And barring incident, I believe everybody will be able to make it to the end here at the Michigan International Speedway. We'll just have to see how the rest of this race plays out. As Grorich, no surprise, ahead in the first group there. We'll see about this second group as they've all just finished coming down onto the pit road. Here's Trey Wright. He'll beat Colon out, and will he beat everybody else out? Stapleton, Crouch right there. Lewis, Nathan Smith, Fragniti, and Lightning ahead of him. And he'll beat the second group out. Now we wait for the third group of people. And here they are. Watson, Monaco, Thibodeau. Hightower stayed out, though. So did Beverly Creed. Kip Silverpoint stayed out. And they're going to be the last 3 to come down under this pit cycle. So Hightower, Creed, and there's Silverpoint coming down. So we'll see now. Watson looks like will just barely beat Reynolds out. Monaco a little slower there. He'll slip to 3rd in the group. And now it'll be a mad dash to see who takes the lead here at Michigan once this top 3 comes out. The 68, the 52, or 32 I should say, and the 8. Hightower, Creed, there's Silverpoint coming out. Grorich is going to come around. Well, it would be no surprise if Ben Grorich took the race lead here. But Trey Wright right behind him there. Colon is going to be 3rd in this group. And we'll see, yeah, they're not even going to be close to beating out the 78 of Ben Grorich. Here he comes. Right around the outside. Trey Wright trying to close in on the backside of the 78 off of turn number 2. Then there's Colon, Miller, Davenport, Fragniti. Hightower will get out ahead of Watson, Stapleton, Lewis, Reynolds, Thompson, and Kukulon. Creed will get in right behind Crouch, looks like. But up ahead for the time being, it's going to be a 2-car race for the last 18 laps here at Michigan. Ben Grorich versus Trey Wright. And if they get side by side, how about our Nashville winner earlier this season, Stephen Colon? Could close in there in car number 98 on these two, as Wright has gotten right to the backside of the 78. Down the back straightaway. Will he make the move for the race lead? Remember, everybody's on fresh tires here. Grorich going to slip up a little bit. That's going to get right to the inside there in the Kit Kat colors. Not quite side by side, though. By the way, where did his teammate Trey Smith come out in the pits? 16th. Kukulon, 13th. Stover back out on track in the 32nd position as Trey Wright gets to the inside of Grorich, and he will take the race lead right away from him. How many right puns can we do here? Anyway, there he goes to the race lead. He has never won in the Cabela's Cup Series, and he's a 3-season veteran. He's run in every single race here in the Cabela's Cup Series, has not won any of them, has come close so many times. What if he got it done here at Michigan? 16 laps to go. Fragniti there in the 38, closing in. This second group has closed in on him, so 6 cars going to be under a blanket here for the final 15 and a half laps here at Michigan, unless something happens and brings out a caution. Oh, Gorch going to take a look down low of the 78. Wright doing a good job holding the outside line in the gray. But here comes Gorch anyways. Just underneath a car. Oh, caution is out here at Michigan, and we had a pile up in the back straightaway. Oh, big crash. Chase Buck, Ben Young, Titan Nicholas, RJ Rosero, Will Parrish. It looked like others too, potentially. At least 5 cars involved in this one. As on lap 35 of 50, the first caution of the race came out. With Trey Wright leading, Ben Grorich, Sophia Fragniti, Stephen Colon, Andrew Miller, and then it's Davenport, Reynolds, Hightower, Crouch, and Lewis, the top 10. Big damage to the 2 of Ben Young. Will Parrish has a little bit of damage there on the right front. Saw Rosero go around. A little bit of damage there on the right front as well. 17 is destroyed. The 4's got damage to the right and left side. Vargas in the 1 looks like it's going to come down onto the pit road. None of the damaged cars going to come down onto the pit road, though. So, the field still pacing here under the first caution of the race. Surprisingly, none of the 5, at least, that were involved in the incident on the back straightaway coming down the pit road. But Christian Vargas is. And we'll make sure that 1 is not going to fall out of the race. Nope, he's coming down for service. Looks like he may have a little bit of damage there. So he could have been involved in the incident as well. But we'll not know until we take a look at the replay. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to bring out caution number 1 here at the Michigan International Speedway. So this is what happened here. Coming out of turn number 2, Buck up into Young and Nicholas. Down into Parrish they go. And that's going to turn Will Parrish up. Back into Buck and Young and Nicholas. They all 4 go into the outside. And then RJ Rosero comes along. Buck comes down on him. Rosero gets into the side of the 4, and Nicholas, Young, Buck, and Rosero all go spinning on the inside. Keith Kent in the 80, lucky to make it through there in the Bucky's colors. Parrish spins up towards the top of the track, and the other 4 spin down to the inside. So watching here at full speed as they come through turn 1 and 2, Buck up into Young, Nicholas down into Parrish, and Rosero's going to have nowhere to go once again. And into the wall they go, and then down the track. And very fortunate that there was nobody else involved in this incident. They had cars coming right at them from all directions. But anyway, the track is clear. We're good to go. So let's head to the restart here at Michigan. Got the 1 to go this last time by here at the Michigan International Speedway. Field is in the hands of Trey Wright in the 90. Ben Grorich is 2nd. Sophia Fragniti is 3rd. Nashville winner earlier this season. Stephen Colon is 4th. Andrew Miller 5th. Rockingham winner and All-Star Race winner Charlie Davenport is 6th. Christopher Reynolds, Charlotte winner, is 7th. Joey Hightower, Kansas winner, is 8th. Season 1 champion and Road America as well as Texas winner earlier this season, Ben Crouch is there in the 9th position. And AutoNation 400 Daytona winner Ethan Lewis right there rounding out the top 10. It was at least a 5-car incident involving Christian Vargas, Ben Young, Will Parrish, RJ Rosero, Titan Nicholas, and Chase Buck. Well, don't know if it involved Christian Vargas or not, but Ryan Durrani apparently also out of the race, or the only car out of the race right now, but he's out with a header problem. The 5 or 6 cars that were involved in the incident out on the racetrack and able to continue on. Green flag is back in the air. 11 laps to go here at Michigan. They get up to speed well, going down the back straightaway. It's Trey Wright ahead of Grorich there. Fragniti and Colon 4th, side by side for 5th. 2 wide and almost 3 wide Hightower almost got down to the inside, and for the race lead, here comes Grorich on the inside of Wright. Not quite able to take it away just yet. Fragniti looking to split the middle between those two. Now 10 laps remain here at the Michigan International Speedway. Wright, oh, Grorich slips. Wright's coming back on the top side there in the 90. Grorich slipped up from the top side, lost traction, and that'll keep the Kit Kat Mustang up front. Headed off into turn 3. Miller and Grorich getting together back there. Boy, that was close. Headed off through turn 3 and 4. They'll slip back in the middle groove there. Wright, Fragniti, Cologne. 1, 2, 3 on the top side. And look at this mess further on back. Keegan Thompson trying to make moves there in the 46. In between Trey Smith and Kukulon, and Alexander Rowe even on the outside of them. For the race lead, though, here comes Fragniti. Going to take it right away from Trey Wright going down the back straightaway. Stephen Cologne right there in car 98 as well behind the 90. Taking a look to the inside of the Kit Kat car of Trey Wright through turn 4. And he's going to be there down low. And it's a huge lead for Sofia Fragniti coming back to the start-finish line at 8 laps remaining here at Michigan. Look at this group of cars headed off into turn 1. 4 wide there. Watson and Miller on the inside. Lewis, Davenport, Reynolds in that mix as well. Sofia Fragniti pulled away to a 0.67 second lead over Trey Wright. Ben Grorich is third. Then Cologne, Reynolds, Lewis. Lewis slipping back on the inside, coming to 7 laps to go this time by. 0.68. She continues to pull away from Trey Wright. Ben Grorich there in the 78 trying to get around. Almost did. That's going to cost Wright some time. He slipped up from the inside. That is definitely going to slow him up. We'll see if Fragniti may even have this thing locked up here. Grorich going all the way down to the inside of Trey Wright out of turn number 4. That's going to slow him up even more. And the 38 still leading this thing, coming to 6 laps to go. Look at this. It's a huge margin, 0.95. But we'll see if anybody can close in on that 38. She blows the corner. Grorich gets by for second. And we'll see if maybe he or Alexander Rowe could close in. Alexander Rowe, where did he come from there on the inside? Into third position. And not quite to second. He'll stay in behind the 78. But through turn 3 and 4 they go, trying to close in on this 38 who got an enormous jump on the restart. 5 laps remaining here in the Motor City 500. 0.75. They took off 0.2 that time around. And she's going to slip up again. Grorich is going to slip up, and Rowe's going to get down to the inside. Not quite. They'll stay in behind Ben Grorich. And they're still trying to tick off the gap. Sofia Fragniti has up front. Grorich is going to slide up, and Rowe's going to get right around. And look at the gap. It is shrinking all the more. 4 laps to go now at Michigan. Trey Wright working his way up on the inside there. Back into a podium spot. Forget the points battle. We have an amazing battle on the track right now that's about to manifest. Alexander Rowe's going to slide up in turn 1 and 2. Wright's down to the inside for second. He's going to take the spot away from car number 11. And now he'll be the one to chase down the 38 potentially here. Coming to 3 laps to go. Bad news for Fragniti, though. Wright has had a rocket ship all race long. See if he can turn on the thrusters to catch up to that 38. 3 laps to go. 0.42 the gap. Alexander Rowe right there in behind Trey Wright. Fragniti's going to blow the corner, and Trey's going to close in out of turn number 2. He's right there. Down the backstretch into turn 3. Will he make the move? Not quite. He's waiting. He's waiting. Now he'll take a look. And he's there, down low, backed out of it. He'll stay in behind the 38 and wait for potentially an error coming through turn 1 and 2, which she's done 4 times now on this green flag run, so we'll have to see how it goes. But Fragniti trying to hold on to the race lead with 2 laps to go. Trey Rod getting to the inside of her, out of turn number 2. A lap and a half to go as the 38 holds on. Alexander Rowe right there if these two tangle us as well into turn number 3. Fragniti up on the top of the gray. Trey Wright's trying to close in. Alexander Rowe maybe in the catbird seat as we get the white flag this time by one more time around at Michigan International Speedway. Here comes Alexander Rowe to the inside for second. Fragniti holding on to the lead for the time being, but still got the back straightaway and 2 turns afterwards. Will she be able to hold on? Alexander Rowe is by for second. The top 5 searching for their first career Cabela's Cup Series victories. Who's it going to be? It's going to be the 38 of Sofia Fragniti off of turn number 4. Rock Car Racing's going to victory lane at Motor City. Sofia Fragniti wins the Motor City 500 presented by Quicken Loans. What an effort. And what a drive on that last green flag run. And now both of Rock Car Racing's cars have a victory here this season in the Cabela's Cup Series. Sofia Fragniti coming into this race 22nd in the point standings, 145 points back of Trey Smith. Trey Smith, who finished 25th in this race. We'll see if that shakes up the points at all. It very well could. Sebastian Kukulon finished in the 14th position. I don't know if it's going to shake up very much. Brad Stover finished 30th. Arnsdorf finished 21st. So if it shakes up, it's going to be very minor, I think. But nonetheless, a fabulous race here today at the Michigan International Speedway. Sofia Fragniti wins by 0.302 seconds ahead of Alexander Rowe. Trey Wright 3rd, Ben Grutch 4th, Andrew Miller 5th, Keegan Thompson 6th, Christopher Reynolds 7th, Ethan Lewis 8th, Kanan Miller 9th, and Daisy Johnson rounds out the top 10. We will scroll through the rest of your field here. Again, only one car out of the race. It's Ryan Durrani in the 34 with a busted header, despite the fact that 5 or 6 cars crashed to bring out the one yellow flag of the race that we saw. Titan Nicholas, Ben Young, Will Parrish, RJ Rosero, Chase Buck, and possibly even Christian Vargas in the one. You've already seen the replay, so you know if he was involved in it or not. I don't know at the moment because I haven't seen the replay yet. But anyway, that is going to do it here at Michigan. First career win for Sofia Fragniti. Second win of the season for Joey Hightower won at Kansas, and Sofia Fragniti won here. So it's 2 wins on the season for Rock Car Racing in the Cabela's Cup Series. They've won twice down to the Scots National Series with Winnie Calhoun. And just what a job here in the Motor City 500, and what an absolutely amazing race. We move on to Talladega next week. It's an off weekend for the Scots National Series, but it is still going to be a weekend of racing here for the Cabela's Cup Series as things continue to heat up here in the battle for the championship. Only 5 races remain now before we know who our Season 3 champion is. We'll now take a look at your driver's point standings, your owner's point standings, and we'll wrap it up here at Michigan International Speedway. Y'all take care, stay safe, and have a good one. Welcome to the NOFSRL.